As I mentioned in class, the default catalog search for UNB libraries is called UNB WorldCat. So if I was going to put in education, ethics, do a search, I would get my results here. What I'm going to do is put up a tutorial specific to WorldCat, just to make this one a little bit shorter, and so that you, if it's of interest to you, you can just go directly to that tutorial, which will go into much more detail specific to WorldCat. As I mentioned in class, this is a place where you can find some articles, you can find some books, and here you can do limits by format, but you're not going to find everything that's available, either article-wise, which would be better represented by going directly to Eric, or in our books, which would be better to do by going to Quest. How you do this on this page is by clicking on Switch to Quest. And you could put in a search here. You can do a keyword search, which would look for these terms anywhere in a catalog record, or you could do a starts with, which is useful if you already have the title of a book. You could search by title. Or if you wanted to put in an author's name, last name first, you could do a starts with search, which would place your results in an alphabetical context by author. That can be useful if you don't have the correct spelling, or if there's variance in spelling in the catalog, which happens sometimes. So I'm just going to go back to our course guide. Oh, seems like we've lost it. Let's go back to another one here. These are the subject guides, as I'd mentioned, and in education there's any number of them. And I've put some specific course guides as well. The 6902 is a research guide. The F's here denote that it's a Fredericton librarian rather than a St. John librarian who built these guides. There's an adult education guide I could go into. They look pretty much like what you have in Blackboard. I'm going to go back to your course guide here. Under Find Books, there are, well, just the Quest box here. I guess I don't have WorldCat activated, but I'm going to activate it after this quick and messy tutorial. So as I mentioned, you can do a search directly in Quest. So I was just going to do a keyword search, but I'd like those words to appear in the title. It's telling me that there isn't any, so I can go back, do a new search, and try just a general progressive education search. Pulls back a number of results, and you can go into these. The subjects are clickable, so if I click on any of these subjects, it's going to take me to books that have been assigned the same terms. Otherwise, if it's a book of interest, I take the call number, and education material in the L range is located on the 4th floor of the Harriet Irving Library. Hill Stacks is basically just our general designation. If the book is out, then here it would say something to the effect of due back on a certain date. Document delivery, if you come across some citations, we're back in the course guide now on the Find Books tab. There's a document delivery link, so if you come across a citation and are unable to find either an article or a book, you can submit requests for that. And as I mentioned, 3 to 5 days is a fairly average ballpark estimate. And there's a link for electronic books as well. Information on citing your sources is here, particularly for APA. And as I mentioned in the class, if you're interested in using reference management software like RefWorks, I'm just going to click on UNB Libraries to go back to our website. There's a link to RefWorks here. Log in, and it's basically just a way that you can organize your citations so that you can output them to papers and also keep a trail of how you get to the full text. And I would be happy to answer any questions about this or meet with groups or individuals on how you can use RefWorks in your papers. So I'm going to leave it at that so this doesn't get too long, and as I said, I'll keep compiling a list of other similar screencasts related to your education research here. And if you ever need to find me, you can go to your course guide, and here's my contact information. Feel free to touch base with me anytime. Thanks and have a great day.